who's coming up, and the world is in their hands. When
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition. Across the Americas, COVID cases showing a decrease. A nation builder laid to rest. And in sports, the latest from the ongoing Family Island Regattas. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. Well, for the first time in 5 weeks, COVID cases have decreased in the Americas, which includes the Bahamas, and COVID-related deaths have remained stable. Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. I'm Jiminita Swain. Thanks so much for joining us. As indicated, there are decreases, but the concern comes in with COVID hospitalizations and ICU admissions, which according to Deputy Director of the Pan American Health Organization, Mary Lou Valdez, are up in more than 8 countries throughout the region. What's equally troubling is the still high number of infections.
More than 1.6 million new COVID cases were reported in our region over the last week, and several countries are still experiencing a rise in cases. Canada reported more than a 20% increase in COVID infections over the last week. In Central America, COVID infections are climbing in Costa Rica and Honduras. We're seeing cases continue to increase in some countries in South America, with the largest surges reported in Bolivia, Venezuela, Ecuador, and Peru. And in the Caribbean, Cuba, Guadeloupe, French Guiana, and Trinidad and Tobago continue to observe increasing COVID-19 hospitalizations and ICU admissions.
As is the case in Europe, the growing number of COVID cases is directly tied to Omicron's more transmissible BA4 and BA5 strains. But as Valdez points out, there is a key difference: vaccine coverage.
Here in the Americas, 1/3 of the population remains unvaccinated, and 10 countries and territories have yet to protect even 40% of their populations. Our region must take Omicron seriously and consider adjusting public health measures as needed.
Well, that brings us to the latest COVID numbers, and up to Thursday, that was 36,670 following 6 new infections, all in the capital. Hospitalizations also trending downwards to sit at 37, all of the cases moderately ill. As of July 28th, there were 362 active cases and 27 COVID recoveries in country. COVID vaccination centers now open across New Providence for children 5 years and older. Parents can visit the Fleming and Flamingo Streets clinics, as well as the Elizabeth Estates Clinic on Thursdays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at the South Beach Clinic, at the mall at Marathon only on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Pediatric doses will be available for children in Grand Bahama beginning next Thursday, August 4th, and Family Islanders can visit their clinic to schedule an appointment. Parents can register for vaccination at www.vax.gov.bs. They must be present, though, at the time of the vaccinations. Now to crime news. Investigations underway into the country's latest homicide. Dead is an adult male who was shot multiple times about the body by one of 2 masked armed bandits at a business establishment in Hannah Hill, 8 Mile Rock, Grand Bahama, early Saturday morning. The 2 men escaped on foot. Emergency personnel rushed to the scene. However, the victim was pronounced dead at the Rand Memorial Hospital. Investigations continue. Still on other crime news, back here in the capital, police need your help in finding a male responsible for robbing a business establishment Friday on Western New Providence. Reports say the armed gunman entered a business Friday night demanding cash. The company was robbed of an undetermined amount of money. The culprit then fled on foot east along Curtis Road. Police say the male at the time was wearing a long blue jeans, white long sleeve jacket with a black cap, also with a blue, purple, black scarf that was tied around his face. Anyone with information is asked to contact 502-9991 or 2. In other news, by all guesstimates, the Bahamas' population is said to be near 400,000. And if we were to go on the figure Haiti's Chargé d'Affaires to the Bahamas, Anthony Pierre Brutus, has thrown out, counted among that number an estimated 150,000 Haitian nationals.
Around that number, there are persons that are here legally and about 20 plus years in this country.
Voilà, c'est une opportunité ça, si nous ka permettre moun sa yo gagner vin légal dans pays ça et me garantit que si moun sa yo qui n'a caché konye là vin gagner libre dans le pays, eh bien, nous avons un trafic aérien très florissant entre Haïti et Bahamas.
Là, ici, vous êtes légal, vous parlez de ça ici. Capable d'aller entre sortir?
Oui.
The persons that are here legally can have a better relationship with others that wants to come here.
While speaking through an interpreter, Chargé Brutus candidly told reporters during Friday's Office of the Prime Minister's weekly briefing that his team cannot really discourage Haitians from illegal migration. The best they can do is encourage them to apply for a visa.
At that time, the Bahamas government will select who can come in.
Ça fait dans tout pays du monde.
That happens in every country
Donc,
around.
moi-même, c'est seule occasion pour nous décourager Haïtiens au venir illégal, c'est que ouvrir visa au grand public.
The only way that we can discourage the Haitian nationals from traveling illegally is to open up a visa system for the public.
Au grand public et permettre que Haïtiens al déposer dans l'ambassade là et puis au visa, ça refuser.
The Haitians then can apply. The ones that get it, and the others that refuse are refused.
Okay. Ça aussi, c'est une opportunité pour nous, Haïtiens, pour établir une relation entre Bahamas et Haïti.
That would be a better way for the Bahamas and Haiti to have a better relationship.
Also to come in the weekend edition, a former parliamentarian, nation builder, advocate, and historian laid to rest. That and more after the break.
Almost every journey starts with your car. We spend most of the early stages of our lives anticipating getting our first set of wheels. When that moment finally comes, let AID be there for all your auto needs. Make it yours by accessorizing, maintaining, and repairing your car with AID. Whether you're a professional mechanic, a recent graduate, a full-time mom, or an I can fix that kind of guy. Or if you're completely clueless about what your car needs, AID will assist in providing a large variety of auto parts, a diagnostic center, and great customer service. For all life's auto journeys, we're here. AID, all you really need and more.
Please. Waddle, you want any?
Yeah, man. Wait, what that is?
Oh, that's rambutan. It Harriet.
Miss, what you doing? Move that from me.
You scared of fruit, Waddle?
No, boy. Needles. That thing look like a bunch of them.
So I guess you ain't gonna be taking the vaccine then.
And leave hole in my arm? You ain't serious.
Waddle, stop. That's why you ain't taking the vaccine? You won't gonna feel nothing?
I ain't scared. I just don't like needles.
Waddle, it takes seconds. Then you got better protection against a deadly virus. Ooh, cassava. So what if I go with you to get the vaccine?
Go with you? I ain't sure.
Don't worry. I ain't gonna tell Lisa I had to hold your hand.
I ain't on your run. Pay the people.
What? Waddle. Well, if I pay for this, we going to the clinic now.
Vaccinate today, live tomorrow. A message by the WHO, Canada, and U.S. Aid.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Thanks for staying with us. His political life spans 2 decades, and it's those contributions for which career politician Vernon Simonet was honored for Friday during his official funeral at Zion Baptist Church on East and Shirley Streets. Altavis Munnings has the story.
A nation builder, an inclusionary advocate, and historian. The late Vernon Simonet, affectionately known as Uncle Vern, will be remembered for the invaluable footprint he left on his home island of Anagua, his country, and most of all, his family.
Papi, your famous Sunday meals. You encouraging me to do my best in my school studies and how to find joy in everyday life. However, above all these things, I will miss your contagious laugh and your bright, warm smile.
You were 3 things to me: a teacher, a best friend, and of course my grandfather. We did so much together, and I would do anything to do those things with you one last time.
Simonet spent 20 years in national politics as a cabinet minister, member of parliament, speaker of the House of Assembly, and diplomat. His impact has even influenced today's political leaders.
As a speaker, he was seen as even-handed, balanced, and though he recognized which caucus appointed him, he knew he was there to be a just arbiter of fierce debate.
I didn't always agree with the rulings of my learned friend and colleague, but I always respected the spirit within which the rulings were made. No doubt, Vernon and I respectfully crossed swords and jostled elbows on legislative, procedural, and policy matters in the cause of doing the people's business. But let me offer this very high praise. Mr. Vernon Simonet was a good man, one who loved the Bahamas and who served this country well.
Pastor of Zion Baptist Church, Reverend T.G. Morrison, offered words of hope and raised prayers for the Simonet family.
Vernon Joseph Simonet seemed to have been able to maintain that careful balance that many in public life are incapable of doing or struggle to do, while distinguishing himself in that public domain, to yet prioritize family.
The late Vernon Simonet will be interred in the public cemetery in Matthewtown, Anagua. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altavis Munnings.
Also making news tonight, 9 Miss Bahamas Universe contestants wrapping up 12 weeks of what coaches describe as a robust program. This year's Miss Bahamas Universe pageant is set for Sunday. It's themed Beauty Unmasked under the patronage of wife of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis. Pageant officials say the momentum is high following last year's international success.
Beauty Unmasked. So for us, that means going into other spaces and territories in pageantry in order to build the personal and professional development aspect of the 12-week program.
Chantel did extremely well, and we're proud of her. The young ladies are very inspired by all the accomplishments and her accolades, and I think because last year I know they had it was the pandemic obviously, and they had a smaller group of contestants, and this year we had a lot more because the girls felt encouraged that they were able to go to Miss Universe and pretty much do just as well or even supersede that level, and our ultimate goal is to bring home the crown. We're hoping to bring home the Miss Universe crown when that time comes.
Well, Smith says the pageant is aimed at building confidence and empowering women, adding that they're focused on encouraging platform initiatives and fostering personal growth and professional development. Several contestants had this to say about their passion projects.
Especially after seeing how people from every socioeconomic background in the Bahamas was impacted by the pandemic, I felt that we needed better understanding of how to save, budget, and invest.
Just want to be that face and to encourage others to go out there, seek help, put your mental health first.
I felt really strongly about empowering the multifaceted woman because I myself am a multifaceted woman.
Family Islanders rely on the natural beauty and the bounty of the island to survive. So that's something that's close to my heart.
As we head to the break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies Limited. If it's healthcare, it's here.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your home, so let's tidy up those finances. Sunshine Finance can help you sweep up your bills, declutter your budget, toss out your debt with a realistic consolidation plan, and plan ahead for that home or car you've always dreamed of. Contact us at apply@sunshinefinanceltd.com, and we'll have you walking on sunshine in no time. Sunshine Finance, we're your leader in private lending.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your Saturday Sports, everyone. Things certainly picking up here in Spring Point, Acklands for the 45th edition of the Ackland Islands Regatta. Here's a quick recap of what took place on Friday. You can hear from the music behind me, things certainly picking up here in Spring Point, Acklands for the 45th edition of the Acklands Island Regatta. Now, while the festivities are well underway, the sailing would encounter a hurdle. Race organizer Rupert Cox tells us more about the technical challenges.
Yes, what really happened from early this morning here, we had problems after problems. And the last one is that the biggest problem we had is that the boats couldn't get into the water because for some reason, the crane was left behind. So we had to come up with some kind of makeshift idea to get these boats, the mast them step into the boat. We had to come up with some makeshift ideas, and we got them in. But now it's too late to race.
Back on shore, though, organizers are certainly promising an exciting weekend.
Band playing, and then we're having also the fashion show probably at 8 o'clock, and then the band will continue to play, and then we have some trivia, we have some giveaways. A brilliant pink boat cruise on Sunday, the church service, and tomorrow, of course, is the biggest day ever. And so we're gonna have a wonderful time here, and we're looking forward for the whole island to come down and to enjoy tomorrow especially.
Also appreciating the regatta's full return are the vendors who spoke about its economic boost.
Yes, I'm grateful to the Lord. Grateful to God for that. It's because without God we can do nothing. You know, the COVID will be there, but God is good. Yes.
And Ackland's not the only island having fun and festivities this weekend. Our Charles Fisher is in Exuma.
Well, good evening. Almost sailing got underway this morning here in Rollville with the ocean race from Barry Tari to right here. But last night it was the official opening ceremony, and doing the honors was the Member of Parliament for the area and Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper.
I'm really honored. The breeze is blowing nicely. There's a feeling of Rollville spirit in the air. And as your Member of Parliament, as your Deputy Prime Minister, on behalf of the Minister responsible for regattas, I am delighted to declare this 78 Rollville Homecoming and Regatta open. Have fun, be safe, happy sailing, and God bless you.
ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Cat Island also celebrating their homecoming festival. Our Lloyd Allen is there and filed this report.
Many persons traveling down to the 66 Cat Island Regatta. This event officially starting Thursday with a gospel concert, and on Friday it was said that the regatta was to happen. Some delays at the port. That event, of course, rescheduled until Saturday. But many persons say this weekend they're looking forward to a great time on Cat Island.
I think it's closed down like for the COVID, right? So it's open up. So here I come.
I had 3 boats come to Cat Island within the last 5 days, and we bring more people and cars than we ever brought before.
This year's regatta held at the historic Regatta Park with preparations heading well into the evening. Now a number of sloops also enticing youngsters excited to experience a taste of this island, as seen from this youngster simply enjoying time on the beach with family, blowing bubbles and making memories. Many also bragging about the down-home conch salad prepared traditionally, using homegrown ingredients and flavored just right. As Cat Island descendants are found in many parts of the country, this event also reconnecting bonds generations in the making. Henry Davis, a Grand Bahama resident, shares on his experience.
We are here with families and friends, and we have the Johnsons, we have the Rolls, we have the McDonald's. We are all visiting from various different places, but here in Cat Island, New Bight, to enjoy our island. And I'm saying our island because it is my island. I'm originally here from New Bight, Cat Island. As a matter of fact, I can build my own house. It's right here, in walking distance from me here. That's how much I love my Cat Island.
Now, I'll tell you, of course, from me as well, family is big, and I'm sure a lot of people appreciate the fact that you guys made the effort to connect. So what does it mean for your family to actually make this connection and spend time this holiday weekend?
Well, as you know, because of the disparity we had with the pandemic for the past 2 years, we couldn't have our regatta. So for us as family to be together, this is a marvelous occasion, and we just couldn't wait to get here. As you know, all of the boats that came in and everyone was loaded to the capacity. So it just shows how much we wanted to be back here as a family together in New Bight, Cat Island.
So, of course, some great news there, and of course, we will find out more families making connection during the 66 Cat Island Regatta this year. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
And that's been a look at your sports on this Saturday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals, and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Yeah, man. Wait, what that is?
Oh, that's rambutan. It hairy.
Miss, what you doing? Move that from me.
You scared of fruit waddle?
No, boy. Needles. That thing look like a bunch of them.
So I guess you ain't gonna be taking the vaccine then.
I leave hole in my arm? You ain't serious.
Waddle, stop. That's why you ain't taking the vaccine? You won't gonna feel nothing?
I ain't scared. I just don't like needles.
Waddle, it takes seconds. Then you got better protection against a deadly virus. Ooh, cassava. So what if I go with you to get the vaccine?
Go with you? I ain't sure.
Don't worry. I ain't gonna tell Lisa I had to hold your hand.
I ain't on your run. Pay the people.
What? Waddle. Well, if I paying for this, we going to the clinic now.
Vaccinate today, live tomorrow. A message by PAHO WHO, Canada, and U.S. Aid.
Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, that it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
Over
Over the Independence weekend, various vendors at Porter's-Key Dock came together to host a showcase. Their sole goal is to restore Porter's-Key Dock to its former glory.
The outcome and the goal from this event is to show that Porter's-Key is now unified. Porter's-Key stands together, solidarity together, and they are looking forward to revamping, re-energizing, and rebuilding Porter's-Key.
This event has been held in years prior, however, has been halted in recent years due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
And this is an event that has not just started today. This is an event that started from 2018 under the formal name of Archie's Conch Cracking Contest. They had an event in 2018, they had an event in 2019, and then 2020-21 was the pandemic year, and now we're back with under a new team, the Extravaganza, Porter's-Key Extravaganza.
The hosts of this event are grateful to their sponsors, supporters, and all those who played a part in making the event a success.
This committee is excited to get Porter's-Key back up and running, and we want you to know that Porter's-Key vendors are now together. They're unified. They're working together in harmony and peace. It's not a two-union thing. It's the vendors thing.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Georgie O'Bain.
One of the things that the church must be aware of, that this is no time and season for us to get so deep and holy that we can't hail folk who hurting next to us. We can't hail the people in our neighborhood. We can't see how hungry they are. We can't get too deep, brothers and sisters, and so anointed that we forget that if someone hurt you, you gotta forgive them.
Sundays at 8:30 a.m. on ZNS TV 13.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us virtually with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
We have just a few clouds this evening, temperature 88 degrees. Relative humidity 53%. The winds out of the southeast at 17 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,017.0 millibars. That is 30.14 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the islands this evening, we are picking up 87 degrees in Marsh Harbour, Abaco, Green, Tool, Key, and Freeport in Grand Bahama. In the Berry Islands, they have a temperature there of 88 degrees, 88 in Harbour Island, 88 degrees also in Harbour Island, and Roxanne, Lucia, 89 degrees, by the way. Fresh Creek Central and Ross, 88. Taking you into Black Point, Exuma. They also reported a string of 88s from Kemps Bay, South Andros. Georgetown, Exuma, 86 degrees, 87 in Clarencetown, Long Island. Crooked Island, 87, 89 degrees in Acklands. Betsy Bay, Maguana, 89 degrees. Turks and Caicos Islands had 88, also Matutani, Nagua reported 88 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight through Sunday, the winds are going to be easterly in the northwestern islands, speeds around 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights 3 to 6 feet, waiting mark to chop. High tide takes place at 10 tonight, with another high tide at 10:20 tomorrow morning. In the central and southeastern islands, also through Sunday, easterly winds. The winds are going to be a bit stronger at 15 to 20 knots. Choppy seas 4 to 7 feet, and that means we will maintain those caution flags for the central and southeastern islands through Sunday. And in the tropics, nothing much happening out there. We still have that Sahara dust, and those upper level wind sharing has continued to suppress development in the tropics. And our satellite picture is showing that mid-level trough now over western Cuba, continue to move into the Gulf of Mexico. High pressure will be control of our weather for the next couple of days. And our forecast for tonight, patchy clouds with a passing shower or two. Low temperature should get down to about 79 degrees. And tomorrow we're looking at partly sunny, a bit breezy with a thunderstorm in spots during the afternoon. High temperature climbing up to 87 degrees. And the extended weather forecast, 90s during the daytime for the next 7 days. Isolated showers in the afternoon on Sunday. Thereafter, lots of sunshine into the early and middle part of next week. Shamanita.
Thanks, Basil. And that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.